Let's start with introduction.
Yeah, my name is Victor. We are from Manipur, Imphal, and so that's it.
My name is Purnima Yengkokpam, and we are from Manipur, India, and I'm a performer.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm Joel here.
so I want to talk about Akhoka first, about your group. How did it start and what was the idea behind it?
Akhoka was started in 2013, just right after when I have completed my studies from the National School of Drama, New Delhi, and then it was started with the idea of and Akhoka itself, it's not a Manipuri name, it's a Tangkhul name. Tangkhul is a Naga tribe in Manipur. So I was so inspired by this name because in Manipur, like in Imphal, so there are many groups are there in Manipur. In Imphal, there are many theatre groups, and all the names been done with the Manipuri name, the Meitei's name actually. The Meitei speak the Manipuri, so the Meitei's name. And I was actually looking for an alternative name. What kind of name should I give to the group? And it was a time when I met with this the Tangkhul Naga folk blues singer, Ruben Masanga. And when I met with him, he suggested me some Tangkhul names. And I was very happy with the Tangkhul name because Manipur has been a lot of fragmentations right now because the people started thinking about the Tangkhuls are different, the Meiteis are different, the cookies are different. But since ages we have been living in the same place, and we share the history, we share the culture, we share a lot of things. And so I was very happy to actually take this name from the Tangkhul Naga's name, Akhoka. And Akhoka is the like if I have to tell you like the meaning or the literal meaning of Akhoka is the foundation, the theatre foundation, and it has a different history of Akhoka also. How Akhoka came into existence in the Tangkhul society, and so basically like they built a house, a very big house, and the main foundation of the house is called Akhoka, but it has got many different, the meanings keep on changing, and the literal meaning is Akhoka, but it's depend upon the situation and the time how do you use this name, Akhoka.
Okay, so let's talk about your play Black and White. When did the idea start and what was your motive and what was the inspiration to direct and create such a wonderful play?
The ethnic conflict, right now what we are in Manipur, we face a lot of the groupism, the sectarians, they belong to a different tribe and we belong to different groups, people, community. But there was no such thing before. It was there, but the thing is that the intensity was very less. But right nowadays, it has started. It has become very intense nowadays. The ethnic conflict, not the conflict, the ethnic tension, and so if we need to coexist together, that means we need to love and we need to share the sufferings. We need to share the cultures, the spaces where we live in, the ideas where we live in. We need to share it together. But right now we are in a time where this kind of love is losing its intensity. So that's how it inspired me. So I was inspired of doing a play where the ethnic conflict is there, where everything has been divided, and then how could we actually make a bridge between this community? So it was the idea actually started for me. But when did this idea start? I can't say, because it just started slowly. It went gradually, and then finally I was taking into the shape of doing making it to theatre, and then how do we improvise it, or how do we start from an idea or a concept? It will be again a different story. So, but basically, it's like this.
Okay, so would I be correct if I say that your drama is trying to give a political or social message? To people in
Message. I don't know whether I want to give a message or not, but I would like to use. I don't want to say message,
Okay.
but it's kind of in the articulation about the expressions about what do I feel. I cannot tell that this is good or this is bad, because I cannot tell to society this is the message, you should take it. So the message board has become a very, something, very, yeah. So I don't want to use this word, message.
But you are trying to inspire people.
Yeah, it's not inspirational. I just want to express what I feel, and then what do people take it? How do people take it? And then how do we make a discussion out of it? How do we how do we interact after the theater or before the theater or in the theater? How do we interact? That is more important to me than going through the giving of the messages.
Okay. So I want to ask a question to the artist. I couldn't help but notice proper synchronization between you guys when you were performing on the stage, and there were very less things on the stage too. I researched a bit, and it was called minimalistic approach, where you perform with very little things on the stage, and your synchronization was almost very cyclic with each other. And after giving such energetic performance, you guys really did well yesterday. And my question is, it's actually not a question, but I want you to share some moments with the crew when you were rehearsing, and some rehearsing and production and performance. Some moments.
Like how we practice.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
How do you synchronize so well?
synchronize, just like it needs time and it needs practice. So like we do some kind of exercises so that we could understand each other and communicate with one another also. That kind of exercises like theatrical exercises or improvisation, that really helps us in the movement also. So that's what I can express.
Okay. So what drives you in this field?
In this field, I don't know what to say, but when you are on stage, like when you are performing on stage and after the performance, and there's something that really triggers me to do it again, like to be on stage, to be in this field.
So I'd like to get the audience involved too. So I have a question for the audience. After watching the play yesterday, I have a question. So what creates differences between people, and who takes the advantage of the differences? Can anyone volunteer?
I don't know. Okay, before that, I would like to ask one question to the group. You talk about the different tribes having tension in Manipur right now. Are you crew members from the same tribe, or you belong to different tribes?
Yeah, I think this is a very nice question. So we as a group, we have it's not just one group. We as a group, but right now here we belongs to only one group now. But like back at home, we have people from the Naga tribe, and then we were trying to create a space where we don't have this idea of because us and them. So we try to create that space when we walk in our home. But right now we don't have the different tribes now. We belong to a same group right now. But we are not like that. I mean, we belong to one group. But
why I ask is that your articulation, you said about the tribes and different things, and it would have been wonderful. Since we don't know which tribe you belong to, or we did not even understand some of the languages today, but still we understood the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that I was saying, if there was the same tribe or the different tribe.
But here We
In your group?
one tribe.
So
Yeah.
in your group, you have different tribes.
Yeah, in our group we have different type. Because of the time factor, they couldn't participate in this journey.
How big is your group?
The group is not a very big one, and there are some actors also here. They go to the school, and so I mean, like they have to skip the school, and then they have to come and rehearse the thing. So the group is basically about, like, if you're talking about a core member of the group, we don't have much people as a core member of this group. So it just started in 2013. It's still very new, and we're actually looking. We're trying to expand through ideas, expand through how do we include more into the group. So we are in that phase of transformation. So I won't say like we are a group of 10 people, 20 people like that. We're just a very few people. We have around 3-4 people, and then we just among us we share, and then like we plan like how do we proceed, how do we go forward. So we still in a very new stage now.
So, could you please tell us about the art forms from Manipur, and if the concept you created here is a traditional or classical, or it's a completely experimental concept?
Well, I mean, I don't know whether, because I won't be able to say whether this is an experimental or this is a traditional thing, or this belongs to a kind of a form. I constantly seek things. I'm searching for techniques. I'm searching for new ideas. I'm searching for new ways of expressions, and also when I start doing these things, also I cannot negate the traditional things also. How are the traditional forms before? Like, I mean, like if I'm in the contemporary time right now, then how do I see these traditional things also? So then it's kind of like give and take, It's not like, I completely negate the traditional and the folk thing, and I'm going to use like, I'm not going to use any kind of such things like that. It's also not like that. We are more open. I'm more open to forms, to the folk forms, to the traditional forms, or to the contemporary forms. Any or whether it's a painting or whether it's a dance. But if this works for me, in my articulation, in my expression, then I don't have any I mean, like fixated things in my mind. So I'm open to that.
Okay, could you tell us more about the art form from Manipur?
There are many art forms in Manipur, and there are like martial arts, the Thanta, and there are also like many songs and many traditional dances, the Raslila, classical dance. We have a lot of things are there. And if Tasawwur could express some of the traditional forms, I think that would be very nice. Like the musician, the sound designer, if you could express, because the way what he used is a traditional instrument.
Okay, so we'd like to hear from you.
So, yeah. So, what do I say?
About the art form you found.
Okay. Actually, I use the instrument penna. That's an indigenous instrument called penna. So, the community that we are talking about, the Meitei community, most of the forms revolves around this instrument. So I try to integrate this thing into display.
So, anyone of you can answer my next question. So, can you guys tell us about your current work after this festival? What are you planning? Is there any new act you're going to do or new play?
A lot of things. Want to say? Okay, there are a lot of things now. We're planning for a workshop,
Okay.
and then also like we are still in the process of we've already started doing production. Still in the process. It's called Halakhitar Bhakshan. Means if you translate it to English, this is called the body that never returned. So we're still in the process, a lot of things. Okay. And we also like don't want to believe in the end product of something. This is the end product. This is the end of it. So we always believe in the journey, in the process.
Okay, so
Even black and white is also still in the process. Yeah,
Okay.
it's still not the end product.
I'd like to. Is there any question from the audience?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the play, you use the clothes as a weapon, right? What is the metaphorical meaning behind the scene when you are using the clothes as a weapon?
You mean like you're asking like when we were actually in the process? You mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, it doesn't have one interpretation, I think. So, but if you ask this question, like what is significant or what is the metaphorical meaning of the cloth?
Director's eye.
Yeah.
May have the audience eye or any other eye.
Yeah,
Director's eye.
in my view, in our view, it's like we were actually looking for how do we actually disclose the conflict in the stage. Then what do we look for? I mean, like how does the body and then the props, how do we transform these things into a situation where it is also not a conflict and also it could be a conflict.
And the next question is, in the play, the strong character is lady, right?
What?
In the play, the strong character was lady, not the male, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to interpret or relate that very to goddesses in our culture?
In your culture?
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question again?
My question was, in the play, the strong character was lady, not the man. Strong character. When she beat that demon,
Okay.
the lady beat that demon, right?
Yeah.
Now, why didn't or
Yes.
You know,
yes, right.
there could be the man also, right?
Yeah.
Why did you?
Yeah. The female. Because the history of Manipur, we have two wars
Yeah.
started by the women in Manipur. The Nupilal, we call it. The Nupilal, the translation is the women's war. We have seen two wars started by the women to save the society,
Yeah.
to save the people, to save their husband, to save the children. And also like right now, if you come to Manipur, you see the torch bearer. There are torch bearer in the night who constantly safeguard. We call a laikai. Laikai is called a locality. The blocks, this block, we call it the laikai. So, women in the night with the torch bearer, they will safeguard the society against. There are many brute forces in Manipur. We have been the Armed Forces Special Power Act, let's say, because in this act, like any army soldier can kill a civilian if he has a mere suspicion of a militant. So there are many such kind of cases. There are many fake encounter cases. There are many enforced disappearances. So this women, they come forward, and then they are the one who is in the front to safeguard the block or their own children. So that's why like women has a very, very important role in our society. And also like if you come to Manipur, you will see in Imphal there is a women's market completely run by the women. So this market is like been around like 600, 700 years old now. So women has a great role to play in our society.
Yeah. And the last question is, there was a song in the play, right? Yeah, it was quite good. Sounds like interesting. Could you elaborate the meaning of that singing?
Yeah.
Here, I would like to share some of the methodology involved here as a sound design. Basically, honestly, I'm not doing anything. It's the effort of the actors and performers, So it's the idea of using your body and environment to produce sound as such. So we kind of use the tune, not the lyrics. used a tune as a sound, which most of the tunes has been related with our working culture. Like, when you work in the field, like you sing and work in the paddy field, the seed sowing, cultivation, harvest. So these are the tunes from the community, basically known as folk music. So we employed this tune in the play.
So after a play or an act, how do you judge yourself, or how do you rate yourself? The performance was good or bad, or how do you do it after the play?
After the play, every performance needs to improve.
Wonderful. So let's get into your style of directing. So is there any style, or do you have a different philosophy which you put into your work, or can you tell us about it, if there is any?
It's very difficult to say. I mean, it's very difficult to say because it depends upon the time and the space. I mean, and the idea. So if I felt that words are needed, then I think I will use the words. And then if I also felt that this here we need a sound, then I think we will start working in the sound. And the body, if you feel that the body is more important here, then the body will work in the body. So we are very flexible in a way. I mean, we need what is the best thing to do,
Okay. So how would you rate yesterday's performance? How did you guys rate it after the play?
So I think it should be answered by everyone.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I want to know how you want to listen.
Quite not so satisfactory. And there was technical problems also, but it was okay. And we really enjoyed performing here.
Okay. So okay, we have a question.
Well, my name is Shiva Sankalpa. I'm a pharmacist by profession. I had a friend, Manipuri friend, Ranjita Sejaguru, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. She's a physiotherapist, and from her I could learn something about Manipuri culture and all. And what I want to ask about is about the use of stage. And what I learned, there are two types of traditional stages popular in Manipur, Shumang Rila and Pampak Rila. And how do you find the contemporary stages that are being used for performance in the modern days, and that were traditionally used in Manipuri culture? Do you find some differences, or you want some improvisation required, particularly the designing or the dimensions of stage, and how did you find in Pokhara theatre?
yeah, Black and White was performed it was not performed in a hall. I mean, there was a festival that we participated called Under the Sal Tree. So Under the Sal Tree happens in a jungle in Assam. So it's happened under the sal tree. So there are many big sal trees are there, and then you find the open space, and where you won't see the wall there. It's open, and it's also kind of a, because if you're talking about a Sumangila space, because Sumangila space is it's not surrounded by it's open where people it's the people can see from all the four sides, the spectators. And again, Black and White was performed in such a space there, in that kind of a setup. It was also performed in Assam. And so we keep these things in our mind, that what space we're going to perform. Are we going to perform in a proscenium space, or are we performing in an open air space? So these things we keep in our mind. And accordingly, we also changes the exit and entry. We also changes how do we perform there? How do we engage with the audience more? So that's why, like, it has to be changed. Things has to be changed according to the given space and time.
Any more questions? So, does this play give justice to your concept before you started Black and White?
Justification is very, I don't know how to say, but I don't want to justify also. But instead of that, how satisfied I am, for the satisfaction, like this is a journey. We have done in the Kathmandu also, and now we are doing in Pokhara, and then after this we're going to again to a festival again. So this is a journey, and the most important thing is that what are the things that we learn from the journey, from this journey, and what are the things that what we instill in actually functioning a group, and what are the things that we really need to learn, and then what are the things that we left behind. So these are the things that we keep, we think about it, and we try to walk with these things.
So my next question is to Choba. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. So during Kathmandu and Pokhara, did you get to interact with the musicians from the theatre here in Nepal? And if you did, how was your experience?
Not really, because after the performance, we are always on the run. Actually, it just got to be quite relaxing.
So how was your overall experience in Kathmandu and in Pokhara?
Yeah, because I had been here in Kathmandu and Pokhara before. I love this place. It's kind of a remembrance. Yeah, I think I'll get to explore today because we are free.
The mountains are
Yeah.
today. My next question is to the director. What's your dream project? You must have a dream project. So can you tell us?
It's kind of the dream project is to do very smoothly. I close my eyes and just to do very smoothly. That's the dream.
So, what was your expectation from the festival, from in Kathmandu and in Pokhara? And,
That we interact more.
okay, so is the expectation fulfilled?
I was very happy that we were going to do a workshop here in Pokhara, but it didn't happen. We were very happy that we were doing a workshop in Pokhara, and we get to meet up with a lot of people, we interact ideas, we share a lot of things, and that was more important. For me.
Okay, so
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
Okay.
It didn't happen. I was asked, we were asked to do a workshop for 2 days in Pokhara, but finally, because of certain things, it couldn't happen. That's what they told me. But if this workshop would be there, then we would be very. It would be more. We feel like fruitful and to interact with the people here, artists. Because problem of artists, we need to address these things. What are the problems of creating art? What are the problems of artists? What are the problems of the state? So we need to address these things better. Because that's why we always think about the process, not the end product.
Okay, so is there a question from the audience? Okay, so on a personal note, can you guys share about yesterday's and today's experience and what you expected, and how was overall review of the festival from everyone, personal experience, starting from Shobha.
The same answer again. Actually, it's the most important thing is taking life as a learning process. So we have been, as Victor has been addressing and saying, we always need to learn from this journey again and again. And I think taking expectation, I think we should leave that aside, We should be able to jump in, in the present and be able to be vulnerable to, what might come out of it. And I think that's give you a life.
So, Purnima.
Yeah, like that's how it says. Like, actually, I'm a person I guess too much, okay. But this time in this trip, I never expect anything, and I didn't expect anything like like whatever comes, let's face it, and
We'll deal with it.
we deal with it. And I really like the place, and it's a beautiful place, and the people over here are really, really humble and very like kind of a person, like people who are very close to us, like felt like that. So, yeah, that's nice place. Thank you.
Samarai. I spoke in my language. Samarai is the same thing.
So, are you guys familiar with any Nepali artists? And have you
I've heard Kutumba.
Sorry?
Kutumba.
Yeah.
In fact, they are playing next month in Imphal.
Okay. Any other artists?
Yeah, in Kathmandu, because of few.
And any director you have been inspired from? And if you would do a contemporary play, which would you do? Again, remake as a director.
Right now, I don't know.
So thank you very much
Okay.
for being a wonderful
Yeah.
panelist.